Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Jackie O. Today I'm bringing you this look courtesy of Miss Azealia. I hope I'm saying her name correctly. Azealia Banks. Her recent video, 1991, which was too fly. I mean, I've heard of this girl. I've never listened to any of her music. It was actually my first time seeing a video of hers. And I'm really digging the song, really digging the makeup and the look. So basically you're just looking at like bronze eyes with a little bit of blue shimmer on the lower lash line, a dusty pink cheek, and a deep eggplant purple lip. By the way, the locks featured in this video are brought to you by sassysecret.com. It is the synthetic lace front wig. The name of the wig is Coca. What I did with the wig is I didn't make too many modifications. All I did was I cut just a little bit around, just some bangs, because it was all one length all over. And I think it's 18 inches, might be 22 inches. But yeah, so this is Coca. She's kind of cute. At first, not gonna lie, I was not digging it when I first put it on, but 9 times out of 10, I usually don't like the way the wig looks straight out of the box. But I always have to cut it or modify it to fit my face. So this is the wig, and this is almost exactly, minus the fact that I pinned it to the side, but Azealia in her video has kind of like these body wave curls. So this is pretty much like an exact replica of how she wore her hair. So I figured might as well just pop it on. You know, it kind of, when in Rome, kind of fits, right? So I hope you guys like the hair. I'm gonna put a link to Sassy's website down below. And let's go ahead and get into the tutorial, shall we? I'm gonna start this look off by using a matte foundation. I'm applying Studio Fix Fluid from MAC with my e.l.f. powder brush all over my face. So in this video, I see maybe medium to fuller coverage. Doesn't really look like she has a ton of product on. And she's definitely got like this matte all over the face look. So that is why I chose this foundation. I'm not going to fill in my brows. Azealia's brows kind of have like this straight edge look, which is like the exact opposite of how mine are arched. So I'm going to try to achieve that as best as I can. And her brows are definitely a bit on the natural side. Alright, so we got some full brows. The next thing I'm going to use is a gold eyeshadow base. This is the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Bad to the Bronze. I'm going to slide a bit of that on both eyelids and then just smooth it out with my finger. Using my Urban Decay Naked palette, which is pretty much like my go-to for all golds and bronze, I'm using Smog eyeshadow, which is that dark brown right there. Now Smog I applied all over my eyelid, all the way inner to outer corner. I then took Buck eyeshadow from the palette and I used that color in a blending brush just in the crease of my eyes, and I'm now blending that out. Eyes are super simple, so there's really not too many steps for this one. So it's going to look like that. I then dabbed in a little bit of Virgin from the palette, just a little bit, straight into my brow bone. And then I'm using a dark brown liner. This is Stubborn Brown from MAC, and I'm lining my top lash line. I'm going to do it on the inner corner as well as the outer corner, but the closer to the inner corner, I'm going to thin out the line, and then I'm going to begin to thicken the line once we get to the outer corner. Almost as if you're going to create a wingtip, but we're not going to do that. And then you can take like a liner brush and smudge it out and blend it out. Dark Horse eyeshadow, which is the one right next to Smog eyeshadow, and a little bit darker. I'm going to apply that right on top where we applied that liner, just to get more of a smoky look. And I'm layering it on and smudging it out. I'm using a pencil brush just in case you can't really tell what brush I'm using. But yeah, it's going to look like that. It's not going to be like your traditional wing liner or anything like that. It's going to look smudgy. And yeah, I use the Inglot number 32 pigment, and I'm using a liner brush to apply this on my lower lash line for that pop of blue underneath that Azealia is rocking in this look, which is really pretty. Azealia may or may not have been wearing like a black liner in her waterline kind of look like she did, or maybe like a dark gray. So I'm gonna add a black one anyways into my waterline. I'm using the one from Smashbox, their Limitless eyeliner, which is amazing, by the way. And then for mascara, I used the Maybelline Lash Stiletto. Duh. For concealer, I'm using my Coastal Scents Camouflage Concealer Palette. I'm working with this bottom middle shade here and applying this just underneath my eye. I'm going to try to keep the shape in a kind of semicircle versus the traditional triangle I usually do. Simply because she doesn't have really too much like highlight or anything like that going on in this look. So I'm going to keep it pretty much under the eyes, as close under the eyes as possible. Then I used a 224 blending brush from MAC, and I am blending that concealer out just to kind of help out with that blending. There we go. I use the Laura Mercier or Laura Mercier translucent setting powder that I desperately need to restock, by the way. I'm applying a bit of that powder with a latex sponge, not too much, underneath my eyes. And then I'm going to gently sweep off a bit of the excess product with a large powder brush, Safari Chic. I'm going to lightly apply a bit of the mineralized skin finish from MAC on top of the foundation, but I really don't want too much because I want to try to stay true to the matte finish that she's got going on. The only reason why I chose to add the powder is to help getting the translucent powder to blend in with the rest of my skin. So I'm not going to add a ton of product. As a matter of fact, that's it, you're good. For this look, I definitely saw some shimmer in her eyes, kind of like in the inner corner. I'm going to use, you can basically use any type of like shimmery pigment or eyeshadow. I'm going to use my I Am Glam from Mario Dedivanovic. I took a large blending brush and now I'm dusting that into my inner tear duct and into my crease. I'm going to pop a bit of that on the center as well. On the center of my eyelid, just a little bit, just kind of like for a focal point. Because her eyes kind of had like this glossy look, but I know she didn't. It didn't look like she had glossy. I think it's just the look that they were going for. I'm going to do some light contouring for this look. I'm using Shadowy Contour Powder from MAC just to bring some definition to the face. And I'm using Shadowy because it's kind of cool. And I don't mean cool like snazzy. I mean like cool toned. And I'm also going to apply a bit of that on my cheekbones, temples, and my cheekbones. Use a dusty pink blush for a dusty matte pink blush for the cheeks. This is Pink Swoon from MAC. It's going to be applied on the apples of my cheeks only. I'm not trying to be too dusty, but this is what she had on her cheeks. So there we go. I'm going to line my lips with a dark, rich liner. I'm using Courant from MAC. To finish off the look, you're going to use a dark eggplant matte lipstick. I want to assume she just came out with her own lipstick with MAC. I think it's called Young Rapunzel. I want to assume that she's wearing that color and I don't own that color. So instead, I'm going to use the next best thing, Cyber lipstick from MAC, which is, I think, just as gorgeous. And it is a satin finish. It's not matte, but close enough. Not that I'm super wild about the brows, but I'm just imitating the look, and this is as close as it gets. So I hope that you guys liked the tutorial. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye.